I just became a liquid millionaire officially at 26 years old as of Friday, March 21st, and I want to share with you how I did it, what my plan is now, and how you can do the same. So I found out, like I said, Friday, March 21st, just after actually weirdly enough getting out of the shower. No BS. I had a random thought pop up as I knew I was getting close, and I told myself, wait a second, we just had a customer payment go through yesterday. We had another one go through today. I should probably check the accounts. And this is when the stock market is down. Keep in mind, I've got a good fair majority of my net worth in the stock market, but I literally logged into each account one by one. I'm not joking, half naked. And I calculated everything, added it all up, and the calculator said $1,007,343.89. And I just sat there and I stared at it for 20 seconds because a million, like that's the number that we've been taught as kids. If you're my age, you've probably heard that number. It's like, I want $1,000,000 is the joke. It's like everyone says that, parents, relatives, family members, whatever. And it was weird, but it also didn't do anything. Nothing changed. Nothing. We'll get into that in a minute, but I just want to do a quick recap on how we actually got here before I get into how you can really just copy what I've done for yourself to a certain extent. I'm going to hold nothing back. Let's get into like a little bit of my backstory, if you will. For those who have followed this channel, you probably know what this is, but 16 years old, that's when I knew I wanted to be rich. I wanted to get FU money, and I just wanted to work for myself. I started working on the most random things in high school. I knew I wanted to, and it was like Twitch streaming, real estate wholesaling, Forex and binary options trading, private equity deal sourcing. I literally tried everything, okay? And I made not a single penny, $0. But I built a ton of my initial communication skills, and it really thickened my skin, okay? So that was the first kind of leg. 19 years old, got my first job in sales and appointment setting in the real estate niche. I started excelling there. I learned more like transferable skills, sales, client management, et cetera, et cetera. And then I got promoted to an ISM, which was an inside sales manager at the same company, around 21 years old, led a team of anywhere from 12 to 15 reps, started investing in the stock market, and I purchased my first real estate property at 22. I think it was just a month after I turned 22. And then 23, I started my own agency doing the exact same thing for my 9 to 5, and have been running that same company ever since at roughly, give or take, 20 to 30 grand a month profit minimum since then. So that's it, kind of summed up, if you will, on how I actually got here. And before I get into what my plan is now and how you can kind of replicate, I do want to plug a new addition to the console calls. We're still rolling strong with the 1 hour slots, but I've had a lot of requests for smaller, more concise time slots, if you will. So I'm now, as of this video, even technically before, offering 30 minutes as well. So we've already had a few bookings for those. Guys, for those who've booked, thank you so much. But for those who don't or haven't, there's a link below. There's 2 separate links now. So again, if you want to talk about starting, scaling a business, personal saving and investing, et cetera, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm happy to chat and give you more like actionable steps. So let's get into like how I feel now and just everything. And it's like the emotional and psychological shifts of everything. It's like, again, the neutrality, if that's even a word, of hitting a million. Like nothing in life really changes. Like honestly, there's just nothing that is really changing. But at the same time, it's actually broken me through a mental barrier that a lot of people never even crossed in the first place. And it's this kind of psychological weight lifted of financial expectations. It's like, I don't have to work for the man anymore. I don't have to do like that. I'm getting closer to my FU money, even though I've been self-employed for over 3 years at this point. It still feels good to constantly stack that net worth. And that's what I want you to feel, is like you want to have your number. What is your number that you're going to feel good at? I think for a lot of people, the commonality is a million, right? So it really is cool. And the difference between like net worth and true financial freedom isn't that far off. Like financial freedom is more important to me than some number on a screen, but that number on a screen is still good for like keeping track, if you will. In terms of like practical changes, I guess, in mindset, there's definitely some confidence increase, but not arrogance, right? I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to be the exact same, lead with a lot of kind of just humility, if you will, be very humble. And I just want to help people. That's really where I'm at in this stage, and just want to scale what I'm working on with this stuff, my business, maybe potentially new businesses. That's it. And I do have a different kind of perspective on risk and opportunity, where it's like I got out of survival mode. Now I'm into growth mode. And I guess like financial strategy insights, it's really different. I've got more freedom to make choices, not just have to react to circumstances. And dude, honestly, go again, financial strategy stuff, $1 million is just the beginning. I really do feel like that. I want to get to 10 figures. 10 figures invested at a 3% safe withdrawal rate is going to be enough money to live on forever. And I never even have to touch the principal. That's what I want you to get to. And this is probably my biggest point. If there is one singular point to take from this video, please focus on, in all capitals, cash flow and skill acquisition, not turning your pennies into dollars. I know what it's like to try to do that. It doesn't work. It is flawed by nature to try to get rich by investing. You need to focus on cash flow first and then start to grow your money, right? And invest every possible dollar into you, max out you as a character, and then start to go to the stock market, to go to other asset classes that you feel comfortable putting your money with and growing in the long term, right? So that is like the biggest kind of finance strat insight, if you will. And then of course there's the basic protecting and growing wealth, not just accumulating it. It's like everyone, honestly guys, this is going to sound, a little bit douchey, but I think making money in this day and age is very, very easy. The hard part is keeping it. It is not about what you make. It's about what you keep, right? It's about what you ideally can invest at the end of every month. What is your burn? I don't care if you're making 100 grand a month. If you're spending 101, you're an idiot at that rate, right? So you got to know your numbers. And, I don't know. That's kind of just what I'm seeing from a high level. In terms of lifestyle observations, there is no dramatic lifestyle changes. Guys, just trust me, take my word on it. Don't get fancy. Be very simple with your life. It's stupid. I wear socks and sweaters with holes in them. I know it's a little ridiculous. I do genuinely need to start investing more in my style and physical appearance. I'm good if I want to, but I need to get a lot better. And I want you guys to not focus on the trap of lifestyle inflation, constantly being on that treadmill. Don't do that. Live below your means. Invest in experiences, honestly, in over material possessions. You don't need the designer stuff. Nobody cares. And trust me, I'm a car guy. This is coming from a car guy. I just want to invest in my, again, freedom, my location freedom versus cars. Cars is like the 8th or 9th thing on my interest list before I have to square away a few other things on that list from 1 to 8 first, right? So just do that. Focus on, living below your means, stacking your cash, and just doing that. I guess in terms of my personal growth and ambition, I really have an increased drive to create more, to get more creative, to do more content style in all aspects, not just the side hustle, video game stuff. I really want to do more business content. And if there's anything I can tell you guys, the biggest thing I say in all my comments, I say in all my consult calls, I wish I documented more. I wish I documented my journey from that 17, 18, 19-year-old kid who started random things. People love the come up. People love seeing on their journey to wealth from that first, 0 to 100K and then $250,000 and then $500,000. And then if you hit that number, it's like, it's cool. And I'm happy that I'm making these videos now, but I really wish I started my quote unquote personal brand sooner, if you will. So please, if you're listening, you probably have a knack for content. Everyone has a story. And I want to see, more videos being made by my viewers. It's really motivating when you guys tag me in the videos so that you make. But other than that, I'm really motivated to build generational wealth. I want to leave, good money for my family and just the responsibilities that come with that and financial success overall. I don't feel pressure. I feel a good amount of it's my duty, my responsibility as a man to leave something behind for my blood, for my name. And that's kind of how I'm doing it. And I'm using money as a tool for impact, not just consumption, right? I'm going to, like I said, live a good life. But for the most part, I really want to take care of the people around me. And then I guess in terms of unexpected challenges, if you can even call it that, it's for sure that there's people slowly starting to hit me up for unsolicited financial advice, if you will, managing that family and friend expectations of I really do try to be low key. That's again why I kind of like this faceless behind the scenes content style, is because nobody knows it's me, right? I don't talk much about this in real life other than very close people, friends and family. But for the most part, it's I like being low key. I'd rather be perceived as a bum and then I come out as an expert versus the other way around. And I'm very, very key on that. So I highly recommend you do the same. Don't be showy. It's only going to get you in the wrong doors and with the wrong people. Nobody actually cares, right? Even when they do find out, it's just going to be negative. You're going to have that negative, not karma, but you will have that like expectation that another person's mind on your money, when I just don't think that's a good thing to have. I really don't. So, be careful with that. That's a big challenge. And then, of course, imposter syndrome. I've always thought there's a better business model out there. And in reality, guys, there really, really isn't, right? If you're making good cash flow from something, if you really do enjoy it, just keep scaling it. Scale that thing to the damn moon. Squeeze the juice as much as you can out of that thing versus working on 10 different business models, right? It's going to make so much more sense long term, which is what I highly, highly recommend. I guess for, to end this off, the future vision, right? It's like, of course, now I'm setting the next level financial goals. I highly recommend you do the same. The concept of like serial wealth creation, if you will, like a serial entrepreneur who has the opportunity to work on multiple things. It's like I'm slowly being able to do that. My money can work for me in different projects versus my time and face having to be tied to certain things. It's like, it's really cool to have that. And then just constantly being coachable, man. Like I'm learning new things every single day. I highly encourage you, no matter what number you get to, no matter how smart you think you are, don't be an uncoachable person. You're only going to sting yourself long term. And I don't know, man. This is kind of more like a reflection video plus, some advice on, getting to $1 million, but also once you get there, what you can expect. So as always, if you've made it this far, I want to see you win. Thank you for your time and watching, and we'll see you in the next one.